Hey everyone, back with some more cataloging. Um, Actually, bagging and boarding today. Did the cataloging last night. Going to, I'm going to do maybe an hour's worth, uh, and then I got to finish a little yard work. Then I'll be back for more. So again, I've got the message or the link pinned if anybody pops in and wants to jump in. Mostly gold today. You see, I got a big stack here. 170 maybe, I think, is what I have to get through. Got one giant size that I may need to dig out of super golden to put on. Surprisingly, I was able to fit a couple of these old books into some modern. These Nyokas are just barely too big for a modern, but I got some Wings comics to go in a modern. I still don't know how it's all going to shake out when the final boxing situation is done, because so many of these are going to have to go into magazine boxes. Come on. I got a dog that's camera shy and one that's not. Come on. Okay, just stay in there then. Oh, nice daisy ad on the back of that one. Not 100% sure. 1952. Not 100% sure if I'm going to end up keeping the Jungle Girls or not. They're kind of cool, especially the ones with the gorilla covers. You can never go wrong with a gorilla or an elephant on a cover. Get some music here in the background. See if I can remember how to do it. I actually found my original StreamYard account. but I don't see the audio media assets. Nope. Oh well. Guess there will be no music today. So I think I got about 170. Try and get through. I had a couple that were already in Mylar. And it's good enough. I'm not going to bother to change them out. Just put my label on them and shove them back in upside down. I know this is a different brand Mylar, but like I said, I'm not going to get too excited about it. Although I still have to cut the corner. Get it to fit. Which it does. More Western. Good old Lone Ranger's Companion. Tonto. We got a run of Lassie books coming up. Membership for the Huckleberry Hound Club. Only 15 cents. When I start to organize these boxes a little better, it's going to definitely get confusing. With some series, some runs being able to have some books go in a gold or a standard box, and some runs have to go into a magazine box. My handy dandy tool out here and fix a few of these dog ears before I board this one. Daisy air rifle with ricochet sound. Ricochet sound. Only $9.95. I'm getting there. It's like something fell on the edge of it and put kind of a little bend in not every page, but a good deal of them. All right. Those should flatten out now. Sleepy Reader. Hey, how's it going? Just trying to get an hour or so worth of boarding in. Let it cool down a little bit outside before I go back out to finish yard work. Nice old Dell Lassies. I got a little stack of Lassies I'll be going through among the rest of the books in the stack. What about you? Are you a Mylar person? More Daisy ads. Yeah, the majority of the Dell books back then were either um, a photo cover or a painted cover. Very few were what you would call traditional art covers. So do you put everything in Mylar then, or just certain books? I started down the Mylar road before and I didn't make it very far, but since I'm starting over from scratch on my database, I thought it was a good time to go ahead and start over on the Mylar. Yeah, procrastination, absolutely. A while back, I was trying to at least maintain and put anything new coming into the PC into a Mylar, but that didn't even work. I ended up with just piles of books, not in a bag or board, laying around the shop, laying around the warehouse. Oh yeah, definitely. I like the painted covers. Some of the photo covers are definitely cool though. But yeah, like here's the Lone Ranger I'll be getting to in a minute. I mean, the majority of the Lone Rangers were all painted covers. But then when I get to the Roy Rogers, a lot of them have a photo cover front and back. They were all kind of treated as pinups. Yeah, yeah. The Mylar definitely. I haven't determined whether buying the expensive, E. Gerber versus Proline versus BCW, if there's a big difference. I always heard the E. Gerbers were the Cadillac, which is why I kind of went with them. But I had somebody tell me the other day the Proline gives you free shipping once you hit $150 or $200. Whereas these 2,200 bags and boards I got from Gerber cost me almost 200 just in shipping. Yeah, you save a ton when you buy bulk, but again, that shipping's a killer. I think I still got my bill here. I ended up getting them down to like the golden age, about 20 cents a bag and about a quarter a board. But then when you tack on $200 for shipping, you know, I guess that only adds on a couple pennies a piece, but still. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big heavy boxes. Well, I put a picture of them on my Instagram when it came in. 6 decent sized boxes, or maybe it was 7. So it was definitely substantial. Oh, that's a nice one. About 5 more Lassies before I get into a different title, I believe. I love the parrot on that one. Back to a painted cover. That's issue 32. So it must be somewhere in the 30s is where Lassie switched over to photo covers. Kenneth Bird. Been a while since I've seen you pop in. Been a while since I've had a stream up, though. So good to see you. Have fun when you get back to rebagging and boarding. If you get bored, you can hop on the stream and we can bag and board at the same time. Because I'm going to be doing this probably through the winter, would be my guess. Ad for Scotch tape on the back of the book. It's almost like they're foreshadowing all the trauma that will be caused to the future generations. Although there is no tape pull on this book. Little spine roll on this one. Oh, looks like a good fold. At some point in time, I will go back through and press a lot of these books. Maybe, if I remember. And I have time. I think it's my last lassie for a little bit. Indian Chief. Kind of reminds me of an old Turok cover. Super gold. Where'd I put the super gold bags at? All right, we'll head into some Lone Ranger for a while. I don't remember where I got these, but these are some nice crispy copies. Issue 52. '53. 56. Nope. 82. Got a big stack of these Lone Rangers to get through. Ah, dumbass. Wrong board. A couple of these are so close to fitting in moderns. Makes me wish I would have got Silver Age bags. But the trade-off between having multiple types of bags and figuring out what book went in what bag, or just use more magazine boxes and stick with two sizes of bags, which is what I decided to do. So I'm going to go until I get the Lone Rangers stack in front of me done, or until I run out of the Golden Age bags and boards sitting in front of me. And then I'm going to go back outside to mow. But never fear, I will be back to bag and board later. $61. This is a cool ass cover here. Cool cover. It's going to be close, but I think I will run out of the bags and boards in front of me before I run out of Lone Ranger books. Another cool cover. Another one that's close. Pretty cool patriotic American flag cover. Oh, and that is my last board. The last board sitting in front of me anyways. And that actually, the last Lone Ranger book that was sitting here on the pile. So that's probably as good a place as any for me to take a break, go get my mowing finished. So I'll probably hop back on in a couple hours to see how many more I can get through. I've only got 30, 60, 90, about 135 or 40 books to do. So if anybody's still hanging around, thanks for popping in, hanging out for a little bit. I'll be back in a couple hours.